Hello, welcome to the fourth dimension. My name is Maria. I am your Sherpa for this read. If you're new here, you're welcome. I am doing a weekly zodiac forecast for each sign. This is for Pisces from March 10th through the 17th. If you're new here, please consider subscribing as it helps our algorithm grow. Hit the like button and leave a positive comment. Pisces, what's going on? Okay. Oh. All right, Pisces, bottom of the deck. Overall vibe for the week, we have broke ass. So you might be experiencing some financial stress. I feel, and quite honestly, I think it's it's a lot. It's a lot going on in your week this week. And if you resonate, let me know. If not, that's a good thing because this doesn't look like a good week, Pisces. It starts off as carless. Somebody might be exhibiting some car payments. Your car might be in the shop. You have car issues, right? So some of you might be dealing with some car issues. Definitely some struggles in the financial department. Right next to it is creativity. Somebody, it feels, and again, I got this before, I think for y'all, is stealing your work, duplicating it, or feeding off of you. Third in the row is haunted. And I feel like that's more maybe somebody's dealing with some trauma, like almost like you're I get two things. I get one, that somebody's having flashbacks, memories, childhood stuff, and somebody's triggering, they're saying triggering things in a relationship that is painful or threatening, like abandonment. And I'm sorry if that triggers you. I'm just reading the cards and telling you what's coming to my mind right now. I also have the sense that maybe arguing will trigger you, and that's also giving you some flashbacks. Somebody can't deal with the noise or the loudness of arguing. Right off the bat, jackpot, you're going to be winning some money, which is great because you also have some car issues coming in. And again, it doesn't always have to be money, but this is specifically about money. And the last one is bad habits. You might be trying to quit a specific addiction. Sugar, it can be heavier than that, of course. Cigarettes, alcohol, all of them, right? But I feel like that kind of plays into the other one, right? Is if you're stuck with some financial difficulties, and I just feel like it's a really tight month for you all. Or not all of you, but the energy I'm pulling on. This is your overall vibe for the week is Two of Cups. You might be feeling like you might have a new love coming in, a new relationship coming in. The overall read for your first card out under the carless is the Lovers. You might meet this person as an Uber driver. I get, like you might be having to call on somebody to help repair your car, right? Because it is right under the carless or the repo or whatever. And then right below the Lovers is the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody's feeling like in the upright, you're looking at the investment of all the energy, all the resources, all the things that you've given to this relationship, and it in the reverse is unempowered. I don't have the funds, right? It's kind of like if they're carless, and again, this is just energy. It just means you're struggling with independence. It might be you can't just get up and go when you want to go. It doesn't necessarily have to do with money. I get the sense that it's just another stress in your life. It's just another financial stress that you're dealing with. In the eight reverse is people, okay. In the upright, I'm building my wealth, right? And the opposite is I'm hoarding. I'm feeling like I can't let anything go. I can't release my money. Even if I have a lot of it, doesn't matter. I still have the sense of lack. So this feeling, the Lovers is experiencing a significant sense of lack. Okay. And again, the overall feeling is new love, or at least offering a cup love somewhere. Creativity steals your ideas, copies your works, duplicates, feeds off you. Again, the vibe I get off this, I get several. One is I get social media. Somebody's trying to create something, and I want to say somebody you know is stealing your work and making it theirs, and it's coming out. They have the Three of Swords, and it's in the reverse. You're getting over a heartbreak, and I get I get the sense that this is a friend. This could be a past love. This could be somebody that you were close to and you trusted, but it's like you're releasing this. That's what the Three of Hearts is. It's not necessarily three people or a threesome or third party or triangle love, any of that. It's just release. It's heartbreak, and you're trying to heal from it. That's all it's trying to say. It's trying to forgive somebody. You're trying to release the bond, yourself from bondage, from the resentment of this theft, or, of somebody trying to take your idea and run with it. I get the sense somebody had a good idea. They started working on it, and they listened to people that they shouldn't have, and they said, that's a stupid idea, don't do it. And then they took it and they ran with it on their own. That's the first vibe I got off that. Then right below that is I have the Empress. You're still coming up as the Empress. You're still coming up with grace and dignity. You're still coming out with forgiveness, and you have, empathy, I guess. I also get that people are seeing this in you. Like, you have every right to be offended and angry, and the reality is you've just given them grace. You've just released them. You're like, you know what? It's okay. Go ahead and do what you got to do. And the community knows who actually created this work anyways. They knew where it came from, and they knew who stole it, and they knew why they stole it, because you have creativity, and you have, you think higher, you think on a higher level, and people can be jealous of that sometimes, and it is the highest form of flattery. It's duplication, so somebody might be copying what you look like. Somebody might be copying how you dress, how you act, your mannerisms, everything. And you're still coming out as the Empress. You're still shining like the sun. So go be you, boo, right? Be your best damn self. In the center of your spread, haunted. This might be you. I don't think so. Pisces, I think somebody can't get you off their mind. They're haunted with the memories of you. They're looking, I get they're looking at your social media. They're looking at your pictures. This is an ex, or even a part-time, somebody in and out who's been in and out for several years. And there's a lot of trauma. Even if this is a current relationship, you have a partner that you fight a lot, right in the center of your spread. There's a lot, and this is arguing, fighting. Somebody's defensive. It's a Five of Swords, and somebody's coming off really defensive, and they're holding the swords. They don't want to get cut, so they're not giving you any ammunition to have the argument. So when they're in this argument, they're saying things, throwing things back, trying to elicit a reaction. That's what this is. And the trauma and the flashbacks and the memories, and it can be of the fighting, I don't know, but it's creating a lot of conflict in the center of the spread. Right below that is the Knight of Swords in the reverse. So this person is deceitful. That's the memories, as I think somebody's overcoming these harsh feelings. I just felt like it was a disorganized and chaotic kind of relationship. It was definitely a trauma bond. I don't think there was a lot of love in this. It was like somebody felt the other person was crafty or a trickster, they weren't, you couldn't believe everything they said in the center spread, and somebody's trying to get over that. Whew. So jackpot. I love that we're ending up on a kind of a high note this week. Jackpot is several of you are going to be winning some money, and just remember your lowly little tarot reader. Mama needs some shoes. So you're winning some money. I think it's either through inheritance, unexpected money. Several of you are going to get more money back from your taxes it's American dream. We kind of spend it before we get it sometimes. Not all of us. Maybe you can fix your car, right? Somebody's going to come forward though, and this is the other huge vibe I have, is somebody is winning the money based on judgment. So somebody is left a relationship, they're healing over it still, and they were taken advantage of in the relationship financially. And as karma happens, when you close out that chapter and before you walk into the new one, there's that Wheel of Fortune. Even though it's not present in this spread yet, I do feel like this kind of has that vibe of you're in between worlds. You haven't made a decision on which door you want to take, which path you're going to head down, but you are having an honest conversation, speaking your mind very frankly, very, very frankly about this injustice. And it's a judgment call. And I feel like you might be winning some money. And that's kind of usually how it goes, is the divine grants us karma or dharma, if it's good. And we can go on to the next chapter feeling like we closed out the last one as a successful empress or winner, right? Last is you're reevaluating some of your habits. You're identifying. I immediately picked up somebody, there's like a whole handful. Y'all have spring fever. You're going to the gym. You're changing your diet. You're doing weight and measure food. You're trying to put down all the chocolate bars or whatever it is, your vice. Mine is Mexican food, right? Who was right? Why wouldn't you have Netflix? That is it. Seriously. So bad habits might be drugs, addictions, toxicities. It can be anything. And this is kind of what I've learned this week. Okay. The reality is that there, and I'm sure I'm going to get heat. I'm ready for y'all, but I'm standing by it. I'm sorry. Sin is sin, but it's really just a mistake not corrected, right? That's what we have to kind of change, because we all fall short, right? We all do. We all sin. If you don't, let me meet you, because I'd like to walk on some water with you, right? So there's a part of me where I'm like, sin is just a mistake that's yet to be corrected. So when we put it in that perspective, these are bad choices. People that are stuck, like want to quit, can't. That not socially stuck where they have a couple on the weekend or 3 or 4, even get intoxicated once in a while. I mean a regular, right? Somebody who is coping through chemicals. And those folks tend to be dealing with like bad ideas, bad trauma, issues in their past. They don't feel like they level up. They never feel quite equal to the rest of the world. And the funny thing is they're judging their insides to the perception of how they view everybody's outside, and they always come up short. Therefore, a reason to use a little bit more. Well, that's what the last 2 or 3 rows are kind of emanating off this is right here. We have the 5 of Pentacles right under bad habits. So if I'm in a 5 of Pentacles state, I'm already out in the cold, I'm being left behind. It's abandonment. I feel like people are moving forward in their mission, in their life, in their purpose, and I don't have one. I feel lack, right? And right below that is the 2. Is it the 2? It's the Ace. I'm sorry, the Page of Swords. Somebody's wanting to have a conversation, but they can't. It's in the reverse. They feel stuck and they're quiet. And so they can't be completely honest with what's going on inside. They don't feel like they can. And it's sometimes careless behavior. It can be they're acting out in their addiction, whatever. Tell me about the 3 of Swords in the reverse for Pisces, please, under creativity and the Empress. Tell me about the 3 of Swords. Thank you. Yeah, so the 3 of Swords. So this creativity with this Empress that broke your heart. Let's go here. I have the Hermit. Yeah, I have the 7 of Swords. I have the Queen of Wands. This could be an Aries, King of Swords. So in the center, so a couple things that have come to mind is somebody in the second row, maybe several of you. This is somebody either you were married to or had a long-standing relationship with. You found out some deceitful things. They were lying, and they were just concealing money. I feel they were hiding money. They were very creative in their hiding of money, actually. The King of Swords is the one who's coming forward and using his sword for truth to the Queen of Wands. These two are having it out for show. And then the Hermit. Nobody's in their mind kind of, well, I feel like the King of Swords may have, but I think that the Queen of Wands, this couple, and again, the Queen of Wands is passionate and driven and can be a bit unapproachable when she's in the reverse and she's a little bitey. But the Hermit is like, it's dark. It's just dark energy. It's Hermit in the upright is spiritual. Spiritual meditation, and this is not so positive. So I find that this creativity might have to do with some truth came out based on some behavior that cut this king to his knees, just cut him to his knees. I don't think he was prepared to find this out, and he was traumatized with it. Tell me about haunted trauma, the 5 of Swords, and the Knight in, is it the Knight? Yeah, Knight of Swords in reverse. So I have the 6 of Pentacles in reverse. In the upright, you give too much, and this is taken back. I'm taking back my energy. He's thought long and hard about this. He's realizing that this is not a good thing, and this is the Knight of Pentacles. He's on his road to offer a new pentacle somewhere else. It doesn't have to be with somebody else, but he is definitely reconsidering the choices he's made. Tell me about jackpot, please. Tell me about jackpot. Thank you. Tell me about jackpot. Thank you. Anything else? Okay. So, yep. Can't make this up, y'all. Cannot make this up. So, describe, I just said he's on his way, right? He's on his way. And this is the slowest moving night out of all 4. To offer and have a conversation, that's another pentacle, it's a page. It's going to have a conversation with somebody about a new beginning. Now, I get the sense this is a new job with jackpot. He got himself a great job, actually. He might have gone to Vegas. You never know. Got some money, maybe won something. But he has enough, I feel, this person, it can be a he, I get a he, is off to make something right. He made a mistake and he's creating a new path. I had something very similar to this over the weekend as well for the weekend read. Page of Cups, brand new beginnings. He's going to have a conversation and offer his cup of love as well as his new pentacle to somebody else. He's taking it to the High Priestess, and it is Sun. It's the happiest card in the deck. And he's using his intuition. He's trusting his counsel. Maybe has talked to several friends. He's still lacking some strength because on the bottom of the deck is the strength card. He's a little scared, a little nervous to do this. Let me hear about bad habits, please. Okay. Bad habits is the Emperor in reverse. And it was the 9 of Cups in reverse. Tell me more about bad habits. He wants his 9 cups back. And the Emperor in reverse is like a 6-year-old sitting at Walmart having a temper tantrum. So the Emperor in the upright is in complete control of 4 kingdoms. He's running the show, running the money, running all the peeps, everybody. He's got his game down and he's sitting in solitude and he's kind of strong. He's strong-minded at least, and he's balanced. He's, in the upright, it's victory. He's the Emperor. He wants to search out, conquest, win, all that. In the reverse, it's not so hot. It's failure to lead, doesn't have the fortitude to follow through with things. He's usually plagued by insecurity or wishy-washy, in and out kind of vibe. He's seen as weak or weak-minded. And this is falling on the bad habits. So these two together, it does make sense. You have the Emperor who might be overly compensating with his bad habits to get through some of this heartache and bad pain, trauma, etc. And then the 9 of Cups in the reverse. He wants his 9. He wants to be happy and offer his cup of love to whomever, or just in general, maybe to himself. But in the opposite, he's motivated by greed and selfishness, and he just got burned by this last relationship. So I think he's a little, like he's out in the cold. He doesn't feel like he has anything to offer. And I get that this person, especially with, remember, this was the reading, Pisces, is how they felt or how you felt, this person felt, as overall, is I don't have enough. We've all been there. But the difference is you can go through a week, right? You can go through a week or even 2 weeks or even a month, maybe in certain cases, or several in a row, where you're lacking. You're in a situation, you have no money coming in, everything going out, and it's just tight, right? But does it define who you are? If that is the case, then that is an imbalance, regardless, because you could have $1 million and still feel that way. You still don't have enough because money defines who you are. And then you live in the 3D world, and screw the 5D, because it's always going to be a competition, always, and always going to feel lack, because that bar keeps raising. Because your feelings don't change, okay? So I said when I was gonna make $1 million, I was gonna feel great. I'm gonna run the world and I'm gonna have jets and all this stuff. I'm gonna be super important. I'm gonna be important. So the million comes and it's like, nope, I still feel the same way I did when I had 5 cents in my pocket. So now it becomes 5 million. Now I'm gonna have to race for that number, and I'll settle down when I get to that number, and I'll be somebody when I get to that number. And the reality is, it's bullshit. Look at that, all that shuffling, I'm still at the 2 of Cups. It's just a big fat lie. So when we are distorted, we have a distorted sense of self and value, right? If my value strictly comes from my possessions and my bank account, then I therefore have nothing to offer anybody. I am valueless. I am worthless. That's what these cards are saying. That's what the definition of these 3 cards are together. actually, in the last row. That's what it means, is I lack everything, require it. The cards that came out to define this row is the Star and Strength in the reverse. So somebody's weak. That's what, again, they feel weak, doubtful, impatient. They're just like wanting that. They want to have enough. They need enough. I need enough. And it's the Star. So whoever they're trying to wish they had the courage to go and have a conversation with and be a different person for, is motivating them. This is their wish fulfillment. It's healing. It's becoming the higher, better version of themselves. So they haven't quite made that decision, but they are thinking about it heavily, and they are motivated to change through you, Pisces. I think you're the Star. I think you're not even talking to this person. I don't get the sense that you guys are even in communication, but they remember you. They're coming out of a sense of anxiety. They're looking forward. Yep. Death. That's wonderful. They're making some decision. Now don't get scared about the Death card. And it's 10 of Pentacles in the reverse. So they're dealing with some problems. They're looking back. This person is looking back, and they realize they're insecure. They see all their failures, their mistakes. Thank you for that. They are like, it's just dull. They're bored. I just said that this weekend too. It might be you, Pisces. But the Death card is death. It's a death of a situation, death of a behavior, death of a mindset, right? And the irony is that everybody looks at the Death card like, oh no. And I'm like kind of excited because we have to get to the death in order to have a rebirth. And that's where all the fun starts, because you get to evaluate what your real motivation is. Before it was something else, and now it's changing. It's changing into something substantial and worthy to provide somebody or yourself. You know, it's fulfilling. It's fulfillment of a dream. Pisces, what a heck of a week. You're going to be going through some stuff. Hang in there. You know, some weeks it's bean and weenies. Some days it's just, you know, some others a steak. Looks like it might be a mac and cheese kind of week for you, which is fair. We all have that. It's okay. It's a good day. It is a great week to start a diet, you know, just saying. Next week, when you get, you know, the money coming in from the jackpot, maybe you'll get some prime rib. This is your overall view for the week, Pisces. I hope this was helpful. Before you leave, please consider subscribing. It sure helps. It costs you nothing. It takes 2 seconds to hit that button. That way you get contacted when I upload new content. And hit that like button and leave a positive comment on your way out. Love and light to each one of you. And we'll talk soon. Take care.